Hi everyone, Malibu Sean Bateman here again. Well, believe it or not, I want to talk about the Transformers live action movies. Yeah, they're my guilty pleasures, but sure, the first three movies were a slap in the face to the Transformers fans, because they had Hugo Weaving as Megatron and not having Frank Welker reprise his role as Megatron. But in part 4, Megatron got upgraded to Galvatron, and Frank Welker, well, he played Galvatron, and part 4 was a good one, seeing Kelsey Grammer play a villain in an action film, unlike the X-Men 3, which he played Beast perfectly, mind you. And also, I got one big problem for Michael Bay. Yeah, that's right, everyone. You see, as a fan of Transformers, you see, every time I see a Transformers movie, I want live action movies. I want to hear that actually a few songs from the animated movie plus episode 95 of Generation 1 episode at the end. And Mr. Michael Bay admitted it 4 times. Yeah, I know, but this song is the Transformers, and the Transformers is that song. I'm talking about Stan Bush's The Touch. Technically, you can't have that song, a Transformers movie, without that song. And heck, believe it or not, Weird Al Yankovic has one of his songs in the animated movie, and in an animated series, I think maybe about 5-6 years ago, they had a character from the Transformers animated movie and postwords from Generation 1, Repgar, who was voiced, I forgot, in Season 3, but in the movie it was Eric Idle, but in a few episodes in, I think, Transformers Animated, they had Weird Al Yankovic, and that one line that Weird Al Yankovic said as Repgar was a reference to that song and the animated movie. So, I know Transformers 5 it's in the works, and that means we're going to see Unicron, I hope, because it's a nice story arc, seeing what happened in part 1 all the way to part 4, which technically part 4 was a kind of the second part of the Transformers franchise, because Upside, no Shia LaBeouf, and sadly we don't have to see his awesome parents, and all the other characters from the first 3 movies, sans Megan Fox. And another good sad thing is, well, in part 4, Ratchet dies, while in part 3, Ironhide dies. And if you watch Transformers Generation 1, the animated movie, Ratchet, Prowl, and Ironhide die at the same time when the Decepticons actually attack the space shuttle to Cybertron to Earth, and having the final battle between Optimus Prime and Megatron in that first 20-25 minutes of the movie, kinda, well, was bitter for the fans. You see, in that moment, believe it or not, should have been maybe halfway through the movie, or maybe near the end, between Optimus Prime and Megatron fighting in Unicron, and as the Autobots escape, Optimus Prime would give the Matrix to Hot Rod will become Rodimus Prime during the first 5 episodes of Season 5. And the powers of Unicron will be going into Megatron, changing him into Galvatron, and some of the minor characters who got turned into the Sweeps and Cyclonus will be actually turned into those characters because of the power of Unicron going out of Unicron actually when he actually, dies after that big explosion that was made by the Matrix. And in over the years, Transformers has been a staple of culture since 1984. Outside of the comic book from that lasted longer than the animated series, which the Japanese Generation 1 I mean, which is went up to episode 98, which includes the season 3-4. I mean, part episode is supposed to be a 5-parter, and plus the animated series in Japan, which was from season 4, 5, 6, and the one episode season 7, and also there was it took a couple of years until they went to what had Generation 2, which was maybe the first 2 seasons of Transformers as one season, and then there was Beast Wars, Robots in Disguise, and so forth until now, which we had just a few years ago had Transformers Prime, which had reunited Peter Cullen and Frank Welker as Optimus Prime and Megatron respectively, and that I had only one gripe in that series, and believe it or not, I was happy seeing Prime versus Megatron, and during that battle, Megatron kills Bumblebee, and believe it or not, at the end of the battle, Bumblebee came back from the dead, now speaking, which technically they were following the Transformers movies, and Bumblebee fucking killed Megatron. I said, no. Only Optimus Prime can kill Megatron. It's a rule. And that series, outside of Peter Cullen and Frank Welker as the 2 main characters, they had Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson making an appearance as Cliffjumper, which I think is a nice choice as a character, seeing at the time the late, what's his name, Casey Kasem, who did Cliffjumper way back in Generation 1, might retired from voice acting or passed on at the time, which I see, which is pretty nice seeing another person who has a nice Smash Mouth voice doing a Smash Mouth Autobot. And maybe in Transformers 5, which I don't know what's going to be the name of it, it might be Age of Unicron, I don't know, just guessing, mind you. And you'll see probably some new Autobots that might be from Generation 1, maybe Beast Wars, or maybe a new one that we never heard of. And heck, maybe we'll see a combining team from the Autobots, like the Aerial Bots, or the Protectobots, which I think will be pretty awesome, you see. Since Generation 1 happened, we had so many people actually so many combining teams that's kind of odd that only 2 subgroups have never had a combining team. I'm talking about the Insecticons and the Dinobots. Granted, those are the 2 subgroups I've never seen. Oh yeah, another Autobots, which includes Bumblebee getting upgraded to Goldberg, which I think was about damn time in Generation 1 that Bumblebee gets an upgrade. And to me, when I saw Bumblebee getting an upgrade from the live-action movie from the animated series from the Volkswagen Beetle to a Camaro, I said, that's a nice upgrade. It happened to Soundwave once, from tape recorder to a satellite dish, which I think was pretty awesome. And then part 3 came around and making Soundwave into a goddamn car from which is previous one part 2 was a satellite. You see, there's only, and also to me, I like seeing some nice nods to from the live action movies of Transformers to from the Generation 1 or the cartoons, like have a cameo of Weird Al Yankovic in the cast, or maybe have Stan Bush just, have a song or two in the soundtrack instead of putting the 2 songs from his album, which I own, called In This Life, which highly I recommend to listen. And why not? And also, during part 5, why not here's having in one scene, someone's driving an Autobahn on the radio. You'll hear, I don't know, There by Stan Bush, or maybe The Touch, one of the different versions, maybe like a 2007 version, or maybe the 86 classic, or maybe the Epic Power Mix, or it might be the Power Mix, and also the Epic Guitar Mix. So technically, why not pay a little tribute to those characters? And also, speaking of Transformers, Generation 1 did Peter Cullen playing Optimus Prime and Ironhide. In the live-action movies, Peter Cullen just did Optimus Prime, which I think kind of sucked. If you had Optimus Prime, guy did Optimus Prime and Ironhide from Generation 1 on your, as a voice actor, let him do both roles, because it'll save you time and money instead of having more cast. That's what happened. If you have a certain group of people, why not? And also, they should have, instead of getting new people as the characters from, the Generation 1, instead of having all these new people voicing these characters, why not, I don't know, have the original voices in Generation 1 appear as the character. If they pass away, if the person who did that role many, many years ago is, passed on, why not do a casting call like Starscream and Jazz? Do the casting call like that and have them, those 2 new voices, be like that. So this is Malibu Sean Bateman signing off yet again.